in sales, we say a tactic known is a tactic blown. If you know the price, then you also know what the service is. And so the only lever you as a marketer can pull, what is it? Price. So your question is, if you're going after chiropractors, what's the best way to approach them so that they'll say, hey, oh yeah, I see value in what you're doing. To everybody else, it's the same question. Okay. The question is, if you're approaching a prospect and you want to get their attention so much so that you have interest and then there's some kind of action that the person wants to take, well, where do you start? What do you say? Okay. So here is my response. Every business, chiropractic included, every business has a part that people know and then a part that people don't know. All right. Let me start with the part that people know. That's just kind of like the beginning idea that we go with here. Alex, if I ask you, how much does a chiropractic first visit, how much does that cost?
Roughly around £100, and then
Okay.
follow up, so maybe £50.
The fact that you know the price is the inherent problem with offering that service for chiropractic services. Okay. Because when in sales, we say a tactic known is a tactic blown. If you know the price, then you also know what the service is. And so the only lever you as a marketer can pull, what is it? Price. You can only discount the price. That's all you can do. You're not going to put out an ad and like, oh, this doctor has this amazing technique. No, he doesn't, or no, she doesn't. Even if they do, because a tactic known is a tactic blown. Now, we'll go. So that's everybody. Like, we all know what the word commodity means. Okay. That particular part of that chiropractic business, and you guys working in other niches, they all have a commodity portion of their business, and a tactic known is a tactic blown. So if that's all you got, then all you can do is play with, price. Like, here's a bundle of this for this price point, or here's a discount voucher, or that's all you can do. Conversely, every category, every niche also has specialists and specialties within a niche, all of them. So, for example, if we go to the chiropractic one, how much does a spinal decompression treatment package, how much does that cost? What does the public think? They have no idea. Boom, that's why you can go after that, because you don't have to mess with price. And when you do mess with price, they're like, okay, cool, this is a good deal. So when the bigger problems that you solve, the more you get paid.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So,
And if you're going into specialties, who makes more, the generalist or the specialist?
specialist, yeah.
I didn't train you on that answer. You just knew it. Okay. So let's focus on the specialty parts of the business. Okay. And when we approach that specialty part of the business, it's specialized because it's solving big problems. And we can talk to big problems with our ads. And now all of a sudden we're getting big results on the back.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. And then sort of just a side thing from that, because it's something that popped into my head. So I was we had the other day at the just because I overheard it, there was someone that called up the chiropractors the other day, and they were ready to book. They phoned up and they said, "Can you help with sciatica?" Yep, great. Went through all there, and then they queried the whole um price versus value for time. So they were like, "Oh, it's only a 20-minute appointment. Is that how do you know what you're doing during that time?" If you were to try and, I'm going to say, would you bother trying to revert that into an advert of some way to say kind of like, you only need 20 minutes, like, to
No.
say, like, to do all this? It's just, that's just a rarity, and just ignore it kind of thing. You wouldn't try and set it as a
I,
pain point to.
I think one of the things that you guys should all know and that you guys should all teach your customers is the person asking the questions is in charge of the direction of the conversation. Okay. So specifically in the chiropractic niche, and this happens with all of you guys, this is not just chiropractic. Specifically, if the prospect, if the whoever it is starts like gets on the phone and then how much are the follow-up visits? Do you like if they're asking the questions, you're not like your host. It's not going to work. Not going to work. That's why scripts are so important. That's why learning and like this, the people who work at the shop, they say, hey, before you come in, can I ask a couple questions? How about like what's the leading cause of your pain right now? Or what, like just asking questions. If you're the person asking the questions, you're in control of the conversation. And then have rebuttals. So if you're controlling the conversation, like, oh, I was wondering how much the follow-up visits cost. You know, it's case by case, simply because your problem and the extent of your problem is always different. So you can definitely ask that to the doctor when you get here. And then what times work best for you? Monday. And so chase it with another question. Get back in control of the conversation. Okay.
Yep.
Show rate and all that kind of stuff are commonly thwarted because the staff, the people, or even the business owner just do not know how to handle conversations. You don't answer questions on a phone call. Like, meaning you don't give them all the responses to all their problems on the phone call. Otherwise, why are they going to come?
Yeah.
Got it?
Awesome. Yeah. That's great information. Thank you very much.